Hey everybody, it's Matt Versteeg here with BounceHouseBasics.com. I'm interviewing the CEO and founder of BounceHouseBasics.com, Corey Mango. Corey, how are you?
Hey Matt, how you doing, bud?
I'm very good. I'm excited to be interviewing you on forming your Bounce House company. This is
Right.
something we get a lot of questions on, so I'm just excited to have you share your expertise on this with everybody.
Yeah, it is a question that's asked a real lot by a lot of people because they don't even know how to start a business. They don't know how to form a company, and it's very
Right.
important to start the proper business entity before you enter into any marketplace, but especially the inflatable business.
Sure. Yeah, so let's just start with the questions that I see people asking repeatedly, and one is, do you actually have to form a company, like a corporation? I know some people have seen other people running a bounce house business, and they don't really have a company. They just got their bounce houses, and they're just basically renting them out under their name, or they maybe have a name, but it's not really a company. So
Right,
we
right,
call that a sole proprietorship.
right,
Uh,
right.
and do you want to explain maybe to everybody what a sole proprietorship is, and then what actually like a corporation or a company is?
Well, a lot of people get into a sole proprietorship to save time, to save a few days. And I don't believe, in my opinion, it's the proper way of doing it because you're still opened up to a lot of liability. If you go to, your state Secretary of State office in your state, you can form an LLC online, a single member or a multi-member LLC. LLC means limited liability company, and there's a fee of $150 to do it. To form the LLC, they give you step-by-step instructions, and then this way you're protected. Now you have you could classify your company as an S corporation with the government, and now you're protected. Instead of someone coming after your own personal assets, you have a formed quote unquote corporation that'll protect your
Yeah.
business.
Okay. Yeah, that's good for everybody to understand that. I
Yeah,
think the other thing that what's that, Corey?
it's definitely important to protect yourself in business because especially
Right.
especially in the inflatable business, you're going to be
Right.
with families. So
Right. Yeah. You don't ever expect anything to go wrong, but that's why you have, a company set up this way. Is it keeps yourself separate from the business, which is smart.
and one of the
Another thing that people ask is, do they need a tax ID number? Is that something that they can do easily? Does that cost money as well, or how does that work?
I'll get to that answer in 1 second. There's one thing I
Okay.
wanted to mention about the limited liability company, LLC. So
Sure.
you're talking about 2 or 3 days to hear back from your Secretary of State office in your state to form the company, okay, that your name has been approved, um, and versus running right into a sole proprietorship. So that's what I was talking about timing. It's only 2 or 3 days, so don't rush the process. Take the necessary.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
far better to do it the right way than just to like cut corners and do what's faster or cheaper.
exactly. And then once you get notice from the Secretary of State that your company's been approved, it's very simple to get your tax ID. It does not cost you any money. You just go to irs.gov and you'll see there obtain an EIN, which stands for Employment Identification Number. Some people also refer to that as a tax ID number, but it's really called in the IRS world an EIN. So, and you apply right online. They ask you questions, they're pretty simple questions. And at the end of the whole process, you download a PDF from the IRS with your tax ID right on a sheet of paper from the government. And you print it out
Wow.
and you have your tax ID. And now you take your LLC documents from the Secretary of State, your tax ID document from the IRS, and you go to your bank, and now you're ready to form your business checking account. And of course, you need some money to put in your checking account, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the steps of forming your company the right way.
Cool. Well, great, Corey. I appreciate you sharing that for everybody. I know a lot of people have those questions come up often in the Bounce House Business Success Group, and those who are coming through bouncehousebasics.com. And so anybody, if you have any questions for Corey and his team, you can reach out to him through the Bounce House Business Success Group or through bouncehousebasics.com. And if you haven't watched his free training yet, that is a much more comprehensive, in-depth training on exactly Corey's way of really doing the business too, like exactly how to get customers and rentals and picking the right equipment and just the whole gamut. So before you start the business, that's a really great place to start. So thanks, everybody. And Corey, thanks for your time with us.
Look forward to talking to everybody soon.